Hey guys, welcome to today's 1/6 Galaxies video. Today we are going to be taking a look at TMS 20, Anakin Skywalker, and the Stap. So this is the version without the poncho. In hindsight, I probably could have gotten the poncho, as I've seen a fair few people use it for Captain Rex. But at the time, it was just something that I didn't feel like I need, and there was a fair price difference between having the poncho and not having the poncho. Though in hindsight, this was $600, including postage. I got this from Toys Buying Agent. Now, if you are looking at getting the Stap, I would definitely hit up some of the vendors around to see if they've got any stock and to see what their prices are. Now, I paid $600 for this because I got the Vantage option, or whatever they call it, which comes through toll. So it only took 4 days for me to get this from Hong Kong. Now, why did I get this from Hong Kong, you ask? Because once again, he is another item that is on the pop culture non-compliant list, where Icon and Pop Culture are just cancelling orders. Now, to be fair, Pop Culture haven't actually sent anyone a message about this figure, but it's been in the country for about 2 weeks now, 2.5, maybe even longer than that, and no one has heard anything. However, I have heard that some stores such as Go Figure and Sergo have had their Icon batches cancelled by the wholesaler because of the non-compliance and the fact that they can only allocate orders to international sales, and they had to prove how many international sales they actually did have. Now in the group, we have Jeremy Casa and we have Jefferson Tan. Both are fantastic vendors with lots of positive feedback. So if you don't want to pay the $600 that I did, see if their prices are cheaper. Though just keep in mind that depending on how quickly you want to get it, the price may vary there. So yeah, hopefully this gets sorted. The US did pass similar laws to what we've got, so I'm guessing Hot Toys is going to make a lot of changes real soon, because they do not want to miss out on that Sideshow money. If items don't meet the US standards, then Sideshow won't even get them, which means Icon won't even have a chance at getting them. So my guess is that there will be some drastic changes by Hot Toys in the figures that are yet to be released to ensure that they don't miss the cutoff for the US like they've done here. Alrighty, so let's move on with our review. As I said, this is TMS 20, Anakin Skywalker, and Stap is the deluxe version, not just the standard Anakin. So straight away we can see that it is the shoebox style box that we've gotten with every Star Wars release pretty much. It has the picture of the figure riding the Stap, the lightsaber ignited, which is really quite nice. Now when we pan down, we do see another image of the Stap there, and then we get that banner that we get with pretty much all the Star Wars figures now, and it does say TMS Anakin Skywalker and Stap. This continues around just to give us the product information. There is no image on that. And then when we look at the reverse side, we are going to see a picture similar to the front, just in mirror image form. So, yeah, that about does it for the box. The back of the box has all those warnings and whatnot about choking hazards and all that. So being a standard Star Wars box, we are going to obviously get the lift out. This one here is Anakin on the Stap, which, as you can see, is quite nice. Wonderful photography as always, and then it has the product information there. So yeah, some really stellar photography on a lot of these recent liftouts actually. They're getting nicer and nicer, I generally find. Alrighty, as this is the deluxe release, I am going to do the Stap first, and then we'll just go over all the standard stuff. So this is the Stap. It is quite tall, and as you can see, this differs from the old Sideshow ones, as it is a blue CIS design. We are going to get a lot of detailing there, and I apologize, this thing is damn tall. But you can see all the detailings there. This does articulate to a degree, so that will move for you, depending on if you want it looking up, looking down, or going straight ahead. And the instructions will also tell you what points will articulate for you. So you can see in there that this is where it just plugs in. It is quite a fair bit of weight, so this is going to probably move around a bit, but it's fairly stable. It's a die cast pole, so you should be fine with that. The base is just black, nothing real special, a decal or anything. But the old Sideshow one was like just a black dome, so pretty similar. But you can see the weathering, the paint app, the CIS logo, all the battle damage is really impressive. So when we spin it to front on, that paint is going to continue, and you can see the turrets there. Again, really nice paint on all of that. We'll just lift it up a bit so you can see the front. And then the paint just continues so that this side is almost identical to the last. And then we are going to have the back. Now, one thing Buying Agent did do is they took out the batteries because they didn't want to risk it being caught up by customs. So far, I've had stuff arrive that hasn't been looked in, and I think that's because pop culture have blown the battery compartment situation out of proportion, and they say that your battery compartment has to have this, and this, where I think customs are just looking to see how the batteries are stored. And I think because they're all in the clamshell, they're fine with that, and so it just comes through. But I can't demonstrate the light up features for this because I simply just don't have the batteries, and that was just a choice that Buying Agent made, which is fine. As I said, it only took 4 days to get here. So that is the Stap. Now the other accessories is pretty standard. So we have the light up. So we have the light up arm. Now the gauntlet that's on him, we'll talk about the gauntlet in a moment. When you pull out the arm, you have to take the gauntlet out. You have to take the gauntlet off and put it on. Now, a lot of people are finding that when they go to reattach the gauntlet, it simply just doesn't click back. Now, I unfortunately had the gauntlet pop off when I swapped the hands over. I was able to get it back together, but it does pop out every so often, which is quite unfortunate. Now, the other thing we do get is, I've already got it on him, but we get a swap out armor piece, one with a cape and one without a cape. So this is the one without the cape. You just lift the head sculpt off and you slide it off, and then like I said, you replace it for the one that has the cape drooping back. Now, for whatever reason, they get you to swap out the armor pads. So this is the swap out one with the Jedi logo there. Really cool rebellion style symbol there. That is, I love that. And this one's just plain, which goes on the opposite side. Again, really nice weathering on it, and it is cool that they did it. Now, I just don't know why, but the instructions tell you to swap out these because they're slightly smaller. The swap out ones are slightly smaller, and I think it has something to do with the cape. I couldn't quite work out what it was, but I just left it there anyway. I think it's because, and I'll just really quickly show the cape. So this is the swap out one. with the cape. And I think the reason why it's just a tiny bit smaller is because the cape takes up room, meaning there's less of a gap there. And I think they shrunk it down so that way the armor pieces don't get scratched if you choose to articulate the figure. So I know it's not really an accessory per se, but it's a swap option, and it's nice they did it. Alright, so we get these two kind of a force pulling hands, I would say, maybe. Each of his hands does have the textured glove, which is fine. It's nothing special, just black in the texture, but again, it's nice they did that. We are, of course, going to get hands for holding onto the handlebars of the Stap. Now, be really careful with the handlebars. The instructions say that they articulate, but I couldn't really get them to, and so I didn't want to force it, so I just left it. But definitely follow the instructions on this one. You definitely want to do that. And then, of course, we have two different hands for holding the lightsaber as well. And again, it's just that general glove thing. And we do also get a, you can say Jedi Mind Trick hand or fire hand or move forward, whatever you want to say it is. But we get that too, which is quite nice. Now, we've gotten these with the clones before, but we also get the thermal detonator. So that's it there. This is the one that has the magnet, so you can put it on the back of your DTOF wall or something, depending on what you want to do with it. And then we do get the one that's the full spear. And as per usual, getting them out is just a little bit tricky. So there it is there, the full sphere thermal detonator, which you can place in his hands, if you so choose. The other cool thing we get is, we've seen these before, but we always get different characters, so that's always quite cool. I feel like, oh, there we go, it finally did focus. So they do just peg out like so. So you can have the comlink device, the communication device turned off, which is fine. It is obviously super small, so just be careful. But this time around, we do get an Obi-Wan Kenobi, which looks very nice, actually. I was actually going to leave the Obi-Wan turned on, I think, and give it to someone. We'll probably see. I'll probably will keep it with Anakin, but it's a really nice Obi-Wan. But they're all actually quite nice. So I believe we've gotten the Yoda before, but there he is. This time holding a walking stick, if we didn't already get him doing that. But yeah, the detailing on these are getting better and better. So it's really cool that we're getting more of them. If you've seen, we are getting an Inquisitor that's going to have Darth Vader, and the Darth Vader is going to have the Inquisitor. So it's really cool that we're getting these. And there's Ahsoka, which I'm not too sure if we've gotten before or not. So yeah, it's really cool that we are getting them. And of course, we do get the Skywalker lightsaber, which is exactly the same as all the other times we've gotten it before, but there it is, with the blade ignited. And of course, he is a Jedi, so we get the swoosh effect as well. So yeah, it comes with a lot of hands, nice range of accessories, and of course we do get the display base. Slightly different shade to what we're used to. This is more of a brownie tinge to it than a black tinge, but we do get the floor, and it does say Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, so that's quite nice. Now they also do get this force hand on the figure as well, and there is the other lightsaber hand, and you can see that gap in the gauntlet that I was talking about before. So I'm just going to straighten the figure's arms up, and we are going to get Anakin out here and take a look at General Anakin Skywalker of the Republic. Alrighty. So straight away, the head sculpt is pretty damn good, as you can see. It's got the scar. It's definitely Hayden Christensen. Now, I know a lot of people aren't. I know this is quite dividing in terms of what Hot Toys did. So obviously, Hot Toys kind of did what the vintage collection packets did, where they had an Obi-Wan and an Anakin, and they used Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen as if they were in the Clone Wars. Hot Toys did the same thing and released a Hayden sculpt. If you want the animated stuff, there are Sideshow ones. They will be in Australia quite soon, actually. They do look somewhat nice, but I've heard, as per usual, there might be a few loose joints and stuff, which is really unfortunate. So coming down, we do get the blue outer tunic with the red inner tunic. There's that gauntlet with that split, unfortunately. Coming down to the boots. He will have a little bit of trouble standing, I believe, because these look like two separate pieces. They probably do move like two separate pieces, but the boots do make it a little bit hard for him to stand. We can see awesome detailing on the belt, and there is a spot for the lightsaber to hang. I believe we also do get the little clip for the lightsaber to hold on his belt. Yes, we do. That is located with the wrist pegs. You do get two in case you lose one, which is really good. It's just a little black peg that slots in to the lightsaber. All right. So there's the side. As I was saying, nice weathering on the armor there. And then we get the other side of the gauntlet, which does look quite nice. As I said, it's amazing. It's just really weird that we get that split in the gauntlet, which is a little bit unfortunate. There's the back with that cape. It is quite a nice cape. It's a shame that there's no wiring in it, but I suppose there really wouldn't be. But yeah, it is a bit of a shame, because it would have been nice if you could have it posed. There's that rebellion symbol again. It's really cool, or Jedi style rebellion symbol. And then of course we're back at the front of the figure. So he is going to look really nice if you futz him up and straighten these out and move the belt up and stuff. This is just straight out of the box, which is why he looks the way he does. I really like the sculpt. I do like the fact that it's Hayden, and I mean, it helps if you were unlucky not to get the normal episode 3 Anakin, or not to get the dark side Anakin. So yeah, it's just another option. But like I said, I do expect this guy's price to rise with the battery situation. Depending on, I think when they start to realize that several stores aren't actually getting this guy, I think that's where the problems are going to start coming from. But yeah, as I said, this was $600 shipped from Toys Buying Agent. Got it in 4 days, but there are definitely other options out there. There's a couple of cheap ones I've seen on Gumtree and eBay as well, just for people that have had them for a while and obviously have decided to sell them. And if they didn't pay the hefty shipping cost, then that's probably why they're selling it at a slightly cheaper cost. Anyway, guys, this has been a look at TMS 20 Anakin Skywalker. Do apologize for the camera falling over before. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the review. Have a wonderful night. We are pretty much wrapping up the week now. As I said, that other Hasbro shipment from Star Action Figures is getting dispatched, and then I've got the mystery box coming, and hopefully I'm going to get the Wolverine from Mondo in the next couple of days. I cannot believe DHL Economy took a month, more than a month, to ship it. It was just crazy, and that's why I didn't mind paying so much to get this in 4 days. Because yeah, there's some real hefty shipping weights around the place. Anyway guys, check out the other reviews if you haven't already done so. Thanks for watching.